Hi you guys, it's your girl Mickey J and I'm back with another video. In this video we will be talking about Cardi B and Offset, but with a spin. We're going to talk about turning this into this negative and nasty situation, and let's take it into a positive and see what we can learn from the situation, what things we can implement in to make sure that we're not in a position that ends like this. And this video is not meant to bash anybody, but really to see what we can pull from the situation, what conversations we can start and discussions we can have with each other so that we can build understanding. And then I'm a true believer in experience is not the only teacher. We can observe the things that are on our timeline and implement it and try to do the best that we can to work through our relationships and friendships and all these different things that's happening in the world. And what a lot of people want to do is judge and say, hey, why would you stay with somebody that's cheating on you and disrespecting you? But for that woman, she really felt like this man loved her and supported her. So we need to stop leading with judgment and lead with, hey, I can understand. I might not have experienced it before, but I can understand. Because any of those situations, like this situation can happen to any of us, and we should not be the one to be judging each other. So let's hop into lesson number 1. It is being able to learn a man's character and his capabilities. And what do I mean by that? There are certain things that I will use me for an example. No matter how mad I get or sad I might get or just feel so betrayed in a situation, there are certain things that I just would not do, that just my body would not allow me to do. And this is why you need to know what that man is capable of. Is this man capable of calling you out your name? Is he capable of putting his hands on you? Is he capable of exposing you or airing out your dirty laundry to everybody? What I'm taking from this situation is, what can you learn from him? At his worst point, what is the worst that he can do? That's what the questions that you need to ask. And sometimes we can't, like, it's situations where somebody will switch up, somebody that will show up as one person and end as a completely different person. I think it's really, we can't like judge it 100%. Like, we can't say, oh, you should have known. We can make an educated guess on how stuff operates by asking questions, seeing them through other relationships. But all of those things take time and effort and being observant. You really just need to see how he handles conflict in other situations. How does he handle conflict with his friends? How does he handle conflict at work? How does he handle conflict with his family? Especially, how does he handle conflict with his mother? Okay, so number 2 is really about how this man reacts when he's hurt. Really, you have to see him in all seasons of his life, whether he's mad, angry, sad. You gotta even see whether he even identifies the emotions that he's having. Is he the type of person to handle conflict and need to handle it right then and there? Is he the type of person to want to walk away? Does he need time? Is he the type of person to give you the silent treatment? Is he the person type of throw stuff? Does he need to go and vent? Does he do things out of anger to get back at you? You need to learn these different things. Number 3 is saying do not match energy. And breakups are already messy. So if he's doing things, you're doing things, he's doing things, you're doing things, where is it time to heal from the situation? Especially when you have kids involved, it gets so messy. And when your kids grow up, they're gonna see what happened, and it's harder to explain it to you when it's like evidence right in front of you. Okay, so number 4. It's about controlling your emotions and not letting them lead you. A lot of times we just get caught up into our emotions, and you know how much restraint you have to have as a woman in this day and age. Like, it's so many times I've wanted to pick up my phone, send a message, send a paragraph, and knowing that man's not gonna read it, doing something out of spite or trying to get back at somebody. There is nothing good that comes out of those situations. There's nothing that put you up on a pedestal higher than him by doing stuff like that. A lot of times we think that being toxic is cute. It's not. We think that being toxic is fun in some type of way. It's not. It doesn't help anybody. Your kids might see this. If kids are involved, your family is going to see this. Your sisters. What example are you setting? Because a lot of times we become role models in our lives. Or if you're doing stuff positively, you might be the only one in your, like, in a circle of friends and family, and 5 minutes later you're regretting it. But all these things, different things around you, like, you're gonna look back at this and be like, I should not have done that. So then you need to just take a step back. A lot of times I have to go put my phone in another room. Now I'm like, when I was first like saying I needed to like have a little bit more discernment or having a little bit more control, I had to go put my phone in another room. Now at this point, I'm just like, I don't, you know how those pictures or those videos be on TikTok and be like, hey, you're about to send this message, and then it'll show from the man's perspective of, oh yeah, I hear this girl phone again, like, oh my gosh, I can't stand her, and all this other stuff, or dang, she back on my line again. Every time I have a moment like that, I have those videos saved on my phone and be like, absolutely not. I will not look like that to that man. I will not give that man the satisfaction. No. I think that once a man, especially when you've been with a man for X amount of time, he knows your triggers. He knows exactly what's going to make you upset. You just gotta turn the phone off, and you cannot let the emotions overdrive what is happening in your mind. The point is, the best revenge is moving on and paying that man dust. Because yeah, he can go to different outlets. He can say all these different things about you. He can say, oh yeah, she still wants me. But if you're not saying nothing, you're not giving that man no type of energy. Cardi B, her kids is involved. If you don't have nothing to say to me about the kids, we don't have nothing to talk about. How a man handles situation, back to the character situation. If a man's character will allow another woman in your house, is crazy. And when I seen that, I was like, I would lose my mind. Just pay that man dust. Because at the end of the day, if he already knows your triggers, he already knows what's gonna make you upset, I wouldn't even give him no energy. He don't need nothing from you. Cry in your shower, cry in the comfort of your own home, not be going on live, don't go on, because fans are so fickle and with energy and everything. A lot of times we think that we can go to these people, and we cannot. Go to your family, go to your friends, go to the people that you know is gonna have your back regardless. The outside world and everything that's going on, regardless of perspective that is coming from somebody else that is trying to change the narrative about you. Walk away. Keep going on your journey, having your success, and keep moving forward like the queen that you truly are. Okay, so my next tip is knowing your strength. And I know that's so much easier said than done. And it definitely is required for the last 2 steps I said about controlling your emotions and paying that man dust. It's gonna take a lot of standing on business and meaning what you're saying and making the promises to yourself. Because I've definitely been in that position when I said I was gonna do something and I folded and then regretted it later. Let's skip that step and just do what you gotta do. Even if you gotta lean on other people, you have so much more strength than you think that you do. And it takes strength to stand on your own 2 feet and walk away from situations that you've been in there for a really long time. You done dedicated years to this man's life and giving him life, giving him children. You've dedicated a lot of energy towards this, and it takes a lot of strength to say, you know what, I deserve better than that. I deserve to be treated right. I deserve to be loved properly, and I'm gonna settle for nothing less than that. And there are relationships where everything is not perfect, but at the end of the day, you do not deserve what he did or what that person did to you. You deserve so much better than that. And sometimes you just gotta give yourself that love until you're able to find somebody in the future. And I know I know it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a lot of lonely nights. It's a lot of times where you're gonna have to sit there and cry on your own, but you just gotta do it. And it's gonna be, you're gonna thank yourself in the future that you did. Okay, you guys, I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.